following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Hey folks, welcome back to the lab. Here for another tall drink of water. Boy, oh boy, this is as big as they get, man. Defiance. Defiance Cold Blast. Yeah, they're tall. Always big and tall. So this is a Defiance number 2. And this one is a dash. With some unfortunate, serious rot down there. Yeah. So, gonna have to be careful with that. Luckily, it's only right there. I mean, obviously, that's just from, water and probably like snow. It just sits there and rots things away. Oh, man, yeah. So, yeah, gonna have to be real careful with that. Of course, somebody painted this with the god-awful silver. So, we got black paint and we have silver paint. Joy, oh joy. Are there any other paints? Is that a paint or is that rust? Looks like rust. So, Defiance. I love Defiance, man. I just love the Defiance globe plates. They're so cool. So, obviously, improvised cap does pretty well, actually. I don't think it seals up anything at all, but it does stay on there. We'll find something for it. I'm sure I got something that'll fit in there. But let's take a look at this. Not a whole lot I can do with this until I get some paint off it. This black looks like it might come off pretty easy, but that silver, look at the big globs. Great. Better be careful with that too. I don't know what that feels like, but we'll see when we get it cleaned up. I wonder, okay, I was going to say, maybe this had some kind of, bullseye globe or something like that. But it could have had a bullseye globe in it, not a bullseye mounted on the plate. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's check it out and go get some paint off it. All right, so. All right, well, we'll keep that around. Okay, so it'll be kind of hard until I clean out those threads. Find a cap for it. Let me clean out those threads. Yeah. Okay, let me clean out those threads and we're going to look for a cap right now in case it's got paint on it and we can send it to paint. Perfect. All right, found one, but I think it's going to be really super shiny tin underneath that, unfortunately. This is out of a Japan made, so is this one, but this one, all worn down. This must have been in something that it couldn't fit in and wore down all the... Let's see. Well, that's an Embry. That's a Dietz. Ooh. Nope. Nope. All right, so we have our one. Now I think that'll do. We'll put it on there, send it to paint. And I make it sound like I have a paint removal department here at Shepherd Land. Which I don't. And that came out of the last lantern too. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Oh boy. Okay. That looks like wax. Why would there be wax? All right. So where is my little? Get my little hunk of wood. Ooh, boy. Ah, wow. Once again with the phone turning off, I do apologize. So, I don't know what you saw, but I put a little coil around here and then applied a little heat with the torch and it came right off. Oh, and this is coming out. That's awesome. Giant number 2. Giant number 2 with a very puny little 5/8 wick in there. But it's great wick. We'll use that again. No problem there. I'll clean up. I'm looking to see what the deal is here. Make sure that that wasn't all rotted because it was really rusty.
Wow.
All right, that'll clean up fine.
3873.
Oh yeah, so it was kind of painted shut. You can see all that gloopy paint that was holding that on down there. Yep, it was painted on. And there's a bonus wick inside. Looks like that one's the wrong size too. Nice, that one's the wrong size too. But that's cool, we'll use it. We'll use it. That'll probably help a couple of lanterns. The inside of the tank looks awesome. Diddy bop. I ain't got nobody. Nobody. Want some sweet mama. Okay, sorry. David Lee Roth. That's what that guy is bebopping about.
So much noise here on my end. Sorry about that.
All right, clean
I can
this
hear you
up.
in there, but just a punch out.
All right, good. So I just felt like sampling to see what this is going to look like underneath. It is way too tinny, but I think I can age that. Too shiny, I do think so. But it goes on there perfect, so that's great. This thing is not quite working to its potential, so we'll lube her up there. All right, so let's see. Yeah, that is lots of paint on here. Ah, red. Okay, there is flat black over red. Dreaded red, man. Oh, sucks. This could be a real pain in the butt to get the paint off of. Especially with this on there and it being in compromised condition. The only one of the, it's the first Defiance I've had with this mechanism. But this is, I think this is this is my first Defiance Cold Blast dash. So, a couple of new things here. That's new. I've had plenty of big old number 2s, man. I got a bunch of them. But of course, I was, these are all made in Rochester, which is about 35 minutes from here. So that's why I find so many of this stuff. All right, well, let's go get. Well, some of this paint, we might be all right. I don't know. used a brass brush, by the way. So brass, being a softer metal than this tin, really will not wreck it. That's why I use a brass brush to do my sampling when I look around to see what we're dealing with here. And that's what I'm doing. I'm sampling and also kind of getting any kind of big chunks that may get in the way of paint stripper getting to certain spots. Man, like that back there. That's where all the paint globs ended up. Back here. Okay, well. The body of this thing is just fine. Once we get it past all that shit, the only problem is this right here. That's too bad. I could almost just like JB Weld on. No, I wouldn't be able to get in there to contour it and flatten it out. Just no way I'd be able to get enough exposure in there to sand that with any kind of tool. Not down from down there either. Okay. We'll just have to work around that. That's all I'm going to do, is work around that. The rest of this should not be... I kept... Shut up. Shut up, Brad. I'm just asking for it. I really am just freaking asking for it. All right, so this and this and this and this is all going to go to paint removal. And I'll work on the bail on this, clean this up while that happens. All right, I'll be back. Yeah. Well, boy, oh boy. Really, really pesky paint, and it's black and red paint. Yeah. And with all this awful texture here, it is holding it in. Yep. But I think it's going to leave some cool patina in the corners. I'll just leave some of that black paint and shit in the corners. Kind of, age this thing. Well, we'll see. We'll see how well my tools get at any of this. The air tubes are great. Really great. And the back of that looks great. That'll be just fine. So weird, that texturing, man. Nutty. But it's consistent. It's everywhere. So it may just look pretty cool. And if you look at this, okay. I got a water line here, I think. You see that line there? It's kind of in there too, as far as like what's holding on to that paint. Because of the texturing changes when you go below this line. So, this thing said in water. That's why that's rusty. Okay. We are answering questions as we go along here. We've lost a little bit of metal here too during our scrubbing process, sadly enough. But yeah, this thing was submerged in water, and that is weird because inside the tank was freaking great. I don't understand that at all. Huh. Well, I'm going to go right to the bench grinder with this and work at some of this stuff. So, and maybe at some point we'll get to a point where we're just like, you know what, I'm going to go back to the sink, put another coat of that stuff on there and get the last of this. But we'll see. It's not awful. I mean, I think, and look at that. How is there a water line and that be like that and the inside be like that? I don't understand. So anyway, in the meantime, while that was happening, I came in and I cleaned this. And cleaned that up. Nice. Cleaned up. That cleaned up nice. And the cap, yeah. So I tried scuffing it up. I don't know what. Maybe I'll put some shoe polish on there and make it kind of blend a little bit. We'll see what this looks like when we're done. It's not gonna look like that, I'll tell you that. I want it to look like that. So I tried to age it because, like I said, it was like really nice tin under that. I wonder what's underneath that. I know it's hollow under there, but maybe I can find something. Maybe I can find something better, something older that's on a lantern rather than my inventory of parts. Yeah, we got a while to think about that. All right. To the bench grinder I go. I will return. Okay, well, yeah. So through my headlamp here, there's a lot more black paint. And I turn it off, and it's just kind of really dark steel. So I don't know what I'm seeing, but so my grinding wheel over here has been shrinking as of late, and I've probably done 300 lanterns on that thing, and it's finally fried. I got to go to Lowe's and get another. Thank God they're inexpensive. I'm hoping I can find exactly the same kind, because that has been perfect for me. I am tuned to it and to the awful RPM or horsepower that my grinder has, which I think is great because it keeps me from badly wounding myself. I mean, I sanded myself a little bit here, and it's just a little crusty. That could have been really bad if I had a big old serious bench grinder. All right, so I just happened to notice that this is all, I'm like, how can it possibly be? But I realize that these wires are all bent here. Let me see if I can. It's so weird that I can bend these with my hands. It must just be degrading. The metal just must be degrading, because, I mean, this freaking thing, this massive thing with a globe in it and a full tank, there's just no way that that's holding it to anything. At least I don't think so. I can't be. All right, well, that's fine. That's fine right there. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna try oh boy, I could spend a week with a junk bit here on this thing. Let's see. Let's see what happens with this junk bit. I think I'm gonna put this thing through the ringer. This thing's nasty. Well, at least up to about here. This thing's nasty. Crown is the same way. Maybe it's just the steel. Maybe I don't know, but there's a line, a distinct line going right across here. It's not out here, but it's in, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna get at it here with the junk bit. Let's go for it. All right, I think what this needs, I need to step this up. Yeah, junk bit, just couldn't, yeah, this thing's just kind of laughing at my junk bit. So I think I'm gonna go with a 320 grit. Yeah, I'm gonna go 320 grit on some of these really rough surfaces. Clean them up. I'll start back here and see before doing the inside of the reflector and see how she does. Otherwise, we'll be here all day long, man, with that other bit. Okay, let's see how this does. Well, so I was just thinking, you know, for giggles, kind of want to test and see what acetone does to this remaining stuff here, if anything. Really, nothing. Nothing. Yeah, it's not even budging it. That's what I thought. All right, that's it for today. That's it for today, and we'll be back tomorrow to continue, and tomorrow it's going to come up just like... Okay, so we are back, and really not a whole lot to do to this, because I think we're going to leave it like this, with all kinds of paint chunks and corners, and it's missing pieces and all that. And I think, yeah, I think we're going to leave this, what's left of this patina right on here. I mean, you know, what kind of race are we trying to win here? This is, it's pretty darn sturdy. There's not a problem with that. It's sturdy, man. But, all right, I'm going to go around. I'll do a little work with this wire wheel. And probably some pointy bit action. And then I think we'll just do a quick steel wool and oil it up. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. You know, like I said, I'm gonna leave, you know, I mean, I cleaned all the seams out. I cleaned them. So this thing is spotlessly clean, but the things on the surface like paint and some residual rust and things like that are gonna stay right there. So I'm just gonna go around and work on some shit that I see here and there. Foreign objects that are not going to go with our what we're doing here. So, all right, let's have a little fun and play around a bit. we are ready for some oil. This thing needs oil, I tell you what. This thing is just primed with anti-humidity, just to be like, hey, look at me, I'm gonna oxidize for you for fun, heavily. All right. Also, I want to kind of see. Do I want to put this back on? I don't like that on there at all, personally. But it works really well in there. Let's see if I can. I should have left it black. Oh well. Oh no, I'm gonna get ink all over my hands. Now what I'm doing here, I'm kind of applying it like a just kind of using it to age things a little bit. Huh, look at that. Nice. Come on now. There. That's a lot more believable. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, cool. We aged it with a magic marker. It's gonna look funny under a certain light, I think. Let's see what it looks like with some oil on it and see if it'll all match. Because that almost looks bluish. Maybe it is. Maybe black markers are really blue. I don't know. Am I blue? Let's put some oil on this bad boy. It's a big boy here, for sure. It's really hard for me to find places around the house. Oh, I put some steel wool. Places around the house to display these massive Defiance lamps. I'm intrigued by the idea of this thing having these what looks like watermark, like it's been sitting in 6 inches of water, because like this line across here with all this golf balling. I don't know what else to call it. Golf balling, and I think you know what I mean when I say that. A golf ball like texture. So how can this thing have this line where it's like everything's pitted from here down, both sides of here and this, but yet the inside of the tank and the bottom be freaking pristine? I don't know. Huh. Stranger things have happened. Okay, that's oiling up. It's going to be really dark. The bottom, not obviously, because there's no rust on it really. But yeah, the rest of this thing is going to be full of super dark patina. Probably even match the leftover black paint. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. And it's going to be really hard to wipe this stuff off. So these lanterns that have this golf balling, this golf ball like texture, it's like nooks and crannies on a freaking English muffin. It'll just suck up your oil and just kind of hold on to it, make it really hard to wipe it off. It's all right. Yeah, that'll be all right. I think that'll be okay. That cap being like that. So we got patent numbers and stuff down here, and I forgot to tell you about them. It looks like last patent date is 1906. So, nearly 125 years old here. Ooh, yeah. This will be the rough patch trying to wipe this stuff off in here, but it needs it, man. It needs some protection. Because this steel is heavily compromised. Okay, so next item is to get this baby put together. Nice. Yeah, a very appropriate wick for this thing. Do I got enough meat in there? Yeah, there's enough meat. Enough meat for fire up. Am I going to fire this up today? No, I am not. Too many things. I fired up way too many things. I got a whole bunch of things with kerosene in them around there. Yes, I know I can dump out the kerosene. I am aware, but come on now, get in there. There you go. All right. Nice. Oh, I didn't oil that up. It's obvious. Might be a little bit left on the brush. There is. It's just enough. Just enough on here. Yeah. Nice. Now it doesn't look out of place. There we go. And I found a globe for it. There we have it. Well, well, well. Defiance Dash. Yeah. Okay, well, we're done. We're done with this unusual beat up thing that I'm sure will function just fine. but it does not look all that pretty. I'll tell you what. I can tell you that right now. She ain't that pretty. All right, let's come on down here and take a look. There it is. Well, yeah, yeah. Is that what you think? Does that match, sort of? Yeah, better than it did. Better than, yeah, without that ink on it. Okay, good. That'll work. Almost looks like it's, no, it doesn't look like it's supposed to be there. Yeah, I need one that's older and beat up, but thread, yeah, none of the threads I have will fit. I guess I need a load of more junk lanterns with caps. All right, folks, that is going to do it here for this Defiance number 2 Cold Blast Dash. With an unusually weak dash grabber for something so big and so heavy. It's monstrous. It's a monster, and with no kerosene in it. And glass that's probably thinner than the glass that would have come in it. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for stopping by the lab to watch this one. And hey, till next time, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.